asked myself, what would break if I stepped away or was forced to be gone for 3 days? Sorry, 3. And the answer is almost everything.
Welcome to Expert Strategies, the podcast for business owners who want to scale faster, systemize smarter, and grow bigger. I'm your host, Ryan, and I'm here to cut through the noise with tactics, proven frameworks, and real conversations with industry leaders who built businesses that run and thrive without them. No fluff, little theory, and just strategies that work. Listen in, take notes, and execute.
Hey, what's going on, founders? Have you ever built a business and realized it quietly took over your entire life? Now, I know usually it starts small, right? You got a few long days, late nights, but before you know it, you've created something that only works if you're always on.
Hey, buddy, you tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't keep your eyes open?
Yeah.
If you're sleeping, you're not making money. And that's where I found myself. I was doing well on the outside, but behind the scenes, I couldn't even leave for a weekend without something falling apart. I'll get that, don't worry. If I didn't personally handle it, it just didn't get done. And it wasn't until I hit that wall that I saw what I was missing. Now, I was just doing tasks, but I was not building systems. And that's when I realized SOPs, or standard operating procedures, I hate that word, hate that phrase, it's too corporate-y, but anyways, they're not just a formality. They're actually the only way to build something that can scale without you. Hi, I'm Ryan, and I've helped dozens of business owners and founders achieve growth and freedom through systems and SOPs. I even run an SOP delivery service called SOP Mojo to give founders their time back. But anyways, if you're in the phase of business ownership where everything is manual and you're grinding in your business every single day, not because you want to be, but because you have to be, you're not alone. Most founders spend years holding it all together by virtue of their daily required output. Here's a hard pill to swallow. The longer you delay building any of your processes, the more your business depends on you to show up every day, even when you're sick or on your anniversary or when your kid has their kindergarten graduation. Now, first, that control feels like ownership, doesn't it? In the beginning, you legitimately need to be there. You have to as a business owner. You're wearing many hats, but over time, you become a bottleneck, stifling your company's ability to grow. Why? Because you're not scaling, you're just repeating. You're like Bill Murray's character in, what the heck's the name of that movie? Groundhog Day.
You must really enjoy it. This is your 3rd year in a row, isn't it, Phil?
4, Nan. 4.
And you're just repeating things over and over. You're using your time to patch over the problems over and over and over again, wearing all the same hats you wore when you first started. Now, everything changed for me on a random weeknight. I was working on a deliverable for a client from my bed at 11 p.m. Earlier that day, my kid asked if we could go on a hike on Saturday, and I gave him kind of a non-answer because I knew what my weekend actually looked like. Client work, catch up, more back-end cleanup, all that kind of stuff. And that night, I asked myself, what would break if I stepped away or was forced to be gone for 3 days? Sorry, 3. And the answer is almost everything. And that moment was truly a wake-up call for me, not because things were on fire, but because I realized I was the only thing holding it all together. And that's not a business. That's a liability. And the next morning, I sat down and kind of listed out every task that I touched in the last 2 weeks: sales, fulfillment, scheduling, admin, fixes, follow-ups. And I went through each one and I asked, could I hand this off if I just documented how it's done? And that was the start of my SOP journey. I didn't use any fancy tools, no templates. All I had was an iPhone notes and a rudimentary checklist. And that's kind of how I started. And it didn't look impressive, but it did work. And once I handed off that first batch of repeatable work, I felt it immediately. Fewer interruptions, less scrambling, and more margin. Not a breakthrough, just kind of quiet, incremental progress. And SOPs aren't necessarily about optimizing. I know they can seem like that, but they're about removing drag. They free up your attention, they protect your time, and they give your team clarity about what done right actually looks like. It's easy to think SOPs are for big teams or corporate environments, right? But they're actually the first serious move towards scale for any small business. They let you grow without growing your hours. They give you space to step back without the risk of things falling apart. They're really just a very powerful tool. Hey, real quick, if you're listening to this and you know SOPs are the next step, but you're not sure where to begin, I built something for you. I run SOP Mojo. I help small business owners build custom SOPs to kind of get out of the weeds and back into revenue generating activities so that they can grow. I'm also offering a self-paced course for founders who want to systemize their businesses the right way without overcomplicating it. And this will go live in September of 2025. We're in the year 2025. So head on over to SOPmojo.com and subscribe to get on our list. If you're just getting started, download the SOP Starter Kit. It comes with 5 files you can use to start documenting your business today. And you can find all of that at SOPmojo.com/starter kit. Or there's a link in the description below. Now, after just a few weeks of building even the most modest and simplistic SOPs consistently, one SOP at a time, everything changed. I noticed my Fridays were starting to open up a little bit more. I had fewer demands on my inbox. Client delivery actually improved because things were getting consistent and less rushed, which was awesome. And more importantly, I wasn't the thing holding the business together anymore. I was building something that didn't need me in every single seat. Now, still, I had to wear a lot of hats, but I didn't need to be in every seat. And if you're still stuck in reactive mode, kind of always in motion, but never ahead, start with one process. Find something you do more than one time per week. Write down the steps, record a quick video, save it somewhere your team can access, and that's your SOP. You don't need to document everything at once. Just enough to stop repeating the same things every week. That's the shift. The reason most businesses don't scale isn't because of marketing or talent. It's because the operator never gets out of the day-to-day. Systems are what make that possible. Now, if this resonated with you, go check out the free SOP Starter Kit at SOPmojo.com/starter kit. Thanks for being here. I'll see you, or if you're listening to the podcast, I'll talk to you in the next one. Ciao.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Expert Strategies Podcast. Make sure to visit us on our website at expertstrategiespodcast.com, where you can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are streamed, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating. Or if you'll simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too.